Okay, so this week we're going to get going on another text analysis, and we're going to be using a story it's there in Schoology for you. It's called Good, and it's one of my favorite short stories. I thought this was really cool the very first time I read it, and to get you guys ready for reading this story, I want to talk about Christmas. Yeah, I know it's April, all right, but let's be. I'm going to be more specific. I want to talk about Christmas wreaths. Did you know that Christmas wreaths are traditionally made of evergreen branches, and then you weave them together in a circle, and with it being evergreen and in a circle, it is meant to represent eternal life. Like, where's the end of a circle? There isn't one. All right, circle of life, right? I know you want me to start singing Lion King songs right now. No, not going to do it. Part of me wants to, but I've embarrassed myself enough on a lot of these videos. I'm not ready to do something that embarrassing. Maybe next year. But to really get the most out of this short story, Good, all right, I want you to keep in mind this idea of a circle of life, all right? Other things you should know before we get into this story. This is another piece of science fiction, just like Fahrenheit 451. This is, we don't get a year, we don't really get a location or anything like that, but you can kind of tell that it's way in the future because there's cloning and stuff. Just as a heads up, the science involved in this piece of science fiction is pretty fictional. In other words, it's not real science that's being involved in this piece, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so all right, ready? I'll read, you follow along. Good. He says, but I'm dying. Like it's the answer to everything. Like he thinks I'll disagree. He says it like I've forgotten. But how could I forget, sitting in that paper-strewn office a week ago, watching dust layer up with sunbeams while a doctor dressed in immaculate professionalism emphasized the words, 6 months to live. I know, I say, not daring to argue, yet afraid to keep silent. I've never been sure how to please him. The bed we lie on is too big, and the space between us stretches. Should I reach out? Offer comfort or affection? No, he hates that. Better if I don't risk his anger. Just consider it, he says, meaning, how can you refuse my last request? How can I refuse my husband? I don't have an answer. He's the one with all the answers, and soon he'll be dead. I lay in the dark and fail to sleep. The next morning, we walk into the iClone super facility. Company policy dictates that employees must double up as living advertisements, so every consultant wears the same cloned face. Everything is retro postmodern decor, building, furniture, staff. It's a vacuum of culture, and I'm suffocating. The risks are insignificant, says our consultant. She gave her name, but I missed it, too busy staring at her unicorn blue hair. Gene fixed, not died. I guess somebody wanted this clone to be special. And I'll have all my memories, he leans forward. I'll still be me? Your memories will be transferred to the clone in utero, says Blue Hair, and your body will be a perfect replica. Which isn't what he asked, but my husband is pleased all the same. Blue Hair holds out a clipboard. If you choose the premium package, we can utilize adaptive gene fixing to ensure your cancer doesn't return. Perfect. He signs the form and returns it. When can we start? Just one more thing, Blue Hair says. You'll need a surrogate to carry your clone, and although we do provide that service, I'm afraid the waiting list is nearly a year. No problem, he grins and pats my belly. My wife's already agreed. They look at me, but my voice has fled. I twist my wedding ring until it chafes. In which case, Blue Hair says, I should explain that due to clone-related inheritance laws, The majority of your assets can't pass on to your surrogate, even if she is your wife. Everything will remain frozen until you've reached adulthood. Meanwhile, the surrogate will live off a stipend and be responsible for your care. Oh, she's responsible for that already, he says, jovial, conspiratorial. Blue hair smiles, green lipstick flaking. It's true. I do look after him, cleaning his house, making his meals, running his social life. This would look great on you, he'd say, handing me a dress for some corporate dinner. It's concrete gray and cut too low. But don't you like it? You can't turn down my gift. And I couldn't, never did, because I'm lucky and provided for. The least I can do is wear what I'm told. I should be grateful for the swag, the lifestyle, the house. Have I mentioned the house? Everybody wants nice digs. She's always wanted kids, he goes on, never short of words. She'll love it. I think of Mini-him growing in my belly, running circles round the kitchen table, having his memories, still owning every possession, ruling over me from a height of 3 feet, a child tyrant. Physically, I'll be 30 years older. Will he still keep me around when he's grown? Maybe he'll clone me when I get old, each of us a parent to the other in some endless cycle of rebirth, a twisted parody of eternal love. Or maybe he'll let me die, aged and forgotten, once his resurrection is complete. I understand, but we still need her express consent, Bluehair says, and I'm floored by those words. When did my consent matter? He never asked for my consent to marry, just told me, hey, we should get married. And when I said, I don't know, his answer came quick, rapid fire, but I love you. So it went. Every decision and conversation, this single loose thread in the tapestry of our relationship. I find myself pulling in, unpicking our entwined lives. The yarn is cheap and the stitches haphazard, so it doesn't take much. I think you should leave that job. I don't know, but the house needs looking after. It'd be easier if everything was in my name. I don't know, but you do trust me, right? Tell that friend of yours to get lost. I don't know, but she comes between us. Aren't you going to terminate? I don't know, but I never wanted kids. I pressed both hands to my belly. The baby. Did he care at all? Or was it just a momentary inconvenience? He didn't want a child with me, wouldn't let me keep the child we conceived. Now he wants to be my child. Every inch of me he owns. I already told you. She's agreed, he says, and grips the plastic armrests. Is he afraid? I suppose he should be. A year-long waiting list. If I don't acquiesce, this is game over. They won't be able to do the memory transfer before he dies. Cancer wins. Blue hair angles her shoulders in my direction. Ma'am, it's your choice. I don't know. Except I do. I do. My existence has been building towards this moment 30 long years of seeking the answer to the meaning of life and to my husband's endless questions. If only I could find the words to speak, any words, just one. But, he says, bewildered, hurt. The skin around his eyes has the pallor of transience. He's transparent like glass, a human sand timer, the grains of him pouring out month by month, and all I have to do is flip him over, reset death. But love, I'm dying, and I say, and that's the end of the story. So maybe you're wondering, well, what did she say? It cuts off. There's no missing pages. That is the end. Remember what we started talking about? Circle of life? Christmas wreaths, right? Go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning. What's the title? Pretty cool, right? That's her answer. Personally, I think not only the concept of the story of this woman who has been treated poorly by her husband for the entire time they've been together, and now she has the power to save his life, to continue being treated poorly, and she makes the call. All right, so this is the story that we're going to be working with for a text analysis. We're going to be putting together this text analysis piece by piece, much like we did with Swamp Monsters, Make Bad Housewives. There'll be a little bit less for me to go over since a lot of these things we've been doing throughout the year. Now, I know that we have some leftover time, but so third quarter's done, and I got grades due any minute. So any leftover time today, go back in, check out School Tool. If there's something inaccurate or something you need to fix, tick, tick, tick. I don't have a watch, but time is still ticking away. All right, so we'll work more with this story good tomorrow and the day after that and all this week. All right, that's about it for the video. I'm out.